Hi, I'm Cole Weston. I'd like to talk to you about a new business idea. Here in Lincoln, Nebraska, there are a couple of old truths. You never know what the weather's going to do, and people are happier when the football team wins. There's also a couple of new realities when it comes to the landscape industry. Water is not guaranteed, traditional turf is being re-examined, trees and shrubs and perennials are the priority, and sustainability is here to stay. These aren't buzzwords, they aren't going away, and there needs to be a company to deal with it. So where is the company dedicated to efficiently using natural resources? Who has the knowledge to incorporate natives and adapted plants? And what's stopping us from looking at the landscape as a whole as an entire canvas to beautify our lawns instead of just green turf? Big Landscape Management will be that company. We will deal with the total landscape, not just the turf, not just the perennials. We will eliminate wastefulness, and we will change the turf first mindset. The landscape should be treated as a whole, and we can really make a much better, more sustainable one if we focus that way. The mission of Big Landscape Management is to plan, manage, and enhance landscapes through the efficient use of natural and human resources. We're about eliminating waste. Wastefulness and sustainability is going to be our goals. The market here in Lincoln, Nebraska is a stable one, and it's growing. It's the 71st largest city in America, which isn't huge, but it's a good size. Low 3.5% unemployment, and Risa Gallup poll is the happiest city in America. This is the place if you want to start a business with people who are ready to jump on something new, support the environment, and do something better. This is the place to do it. Landscape businesses naturally, as of 2007, were a $53.9 billion industry. Here in Nebraska, it was $221 million. But many of those businesses are turf only. They aren't total. A lot of those are nursery businesses mixed in. And there's also just multiple guys with a truck. Hey, I have a neighbor, I have a truck, I have a trailer, let's get some stuff done. There aren't a lot of people out there with the intelligence and the knowledge to be able to bring all the plant material together and really manage it responsibly. So as I said earlier, my name is Cole Weston. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Nebraska with a degree in turfgrass and landscape management. I want to use what I've learned at UNL, along with my experience at a nursery managing plants, and my experience working for Target Corporation managing people, to put together a new company that manages both those people and plants effectively to reduce waste and to create a better landscape for everybody. Part of the goal is that is going to seek out other students and people with like minds who want to know about plants and use them in the right spot so that watering can be reduced, fertilizer can be reduced, compaction can be alleviated, all the problems associated with new landscapes here in Lincoln, Nebraska, especially in a growing city like Lincoln. To operate our business, we're going to operate on a boots on the ground mindset. So me and everybody who works for me is going to be out in the field, out learning, out being with the material, and then we're going to pass that, what we know and what we're doing out to the customers so that they have a good peace of mind and understanding about how we're helping the environment and how we're reducing waste so that they're getting the most for their money. As part of that, we're going to offer personalized accounts, personalized services, and we're also going to incorporate as much of that digitally as we can. It's my belief that people want to know what's being done to the lawn and they want to know in real time what's happening. So when we complete a lawn, we will have digital documents that we can send out via email and also help for tracking us to reduce waste, time spent unsuccessfully in the office as opposed to being out in the field and getting work done. Some risks going ahead with this business is personnel. Finding and keeping talent is a challenge for any business, especially in a business like this, which is usually heavily seasonal oriented, with spring and fall being the two largest times of the year for cleanups and plantings. To overcome that, we're going to try and work with local colleges, offer internships, and hopefully build that as a way to build full-time employees later on to encourage people to come work for us. Cash flow, again, with the seasonal nature of the work, a lot heavier in the fall, a lot heavier in the spring, not so much in the summer, definitely not in the winter. It's definitely a challenge to come in, but if we keep heavy cash reserves, there should be something that we can overcome fairly easily. And the competition. There's a lot of landscape businesses out there. I searched on the local Journal Star website. Business Directory will show that there are 88 different businesses that classify themselves as landscape services. But a lot of those are turf only. It's a little hard thing to quantify when you're looking at introducing a new business that combines turf care and landscape care into one. to reduce wastefulness. So to start out, we're looking to start modestly. I think $120,000 gross income for year one is a way to get our foot in the door, let people know who we are, and get a feel for how we can go about to best do our job. Part of that is that this is a very adaptable business model. Once you buy a truck, tools, and reasonably small equipment, those are your only real upfront costs. The rest of the cost is going to be in labor, the time spent out in the field, working on people's property, and getting the job done. So with that in mind, it's easy to scale up, it's easy to scale down. So it's very adaptable in that sense, very easy business to get into. To start the business, we're looking at $40,000 in initial funding. $10,000 of that is going to be for me personally, and it's going to go towards a truck, basic equipment, basic tools, and then a small cash reserve to kind of keep us afloat early on when we don't have a steady flow of cash going in. But again, it's a modest business to start, but it's one that can grow and scale up rapidly. So in time, if we get bigger clients, if we move up to maybe corporate level management, it's an easy thing to invest more money in the business and really help it grow. Also, we have an agreement in place with a family member to use currently unused land, which is just south of Highway 2 in Lincoln. Easy location, right near the highway, so we'll be able to travel through much of Lincoln relatively quickly. The biggest thing about Big Landscape Management is it's time for a change. Trends towards drought-tolerant, low-input, sustainable plant management, they're here and they're growing. You can go to box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's and see even they have incorporated more drought-tolerant plants into their selection. You go to local nurseries, it's always been there, but it's there in force now. Local garden talks, garden tours, talking about the benefits of perennials, plants that you can plant and watch come back every year without having to reinvest time and money into the landscape. Current lawn care companies aren't adapting. They're out there doing the same thing they've always done, applying lots of fertilizer, lots of nitrogen to get that grass to grow so they can mow it again. And that's not what we're going to do. We're going to water it smartly, we're going to water it less often, and we're going to fertilize it less often. So the grass is good, the grass is healthy, but it's not overmanaged. It's not a green carpet. And right now the time is right for a better approach. It's 2013. That's about as good a time as any to start something new. At least that's what I'm going to go with. Overall, Big Landscape Management is a company that's going to think big, think about the environment, think about how we can help you save money by incorporating lawn, landscape services into one. So you're dealing with one company for all your management needs, and we're going to do it smarter and more efficiently than anybody else. That's what Big Landscape Management is. And thank you for watching.